Deck here is very clearly busted because Smuggler's Copter was banned in Standard, and everybody with a brain knows that if a card was banned in Standard, it should be banned in Modern. That's why Stoneforge Mystic is banned. So we're heading back on in here. This Black-White Cards deck is something we've played. I think this is the 5th league we've played with it now. This is one of the many decks you can find on my website at jeffhoagland.com/decklist. Huh. So, I guess this is a keep. I feel kind of bad keeping a hand like this. Because we're really more of an aggressive deck and not really a mid-range deck. But, like, it's kind of hard to pass up lands and spells here. Tron. Yeah. Alright. We did play Black-White Cards yesterday. The person that Cannon Gear donated for a run back for today. Remember, the people that support my stuff dictate what we play and when we play it. Well, their hand technically doesn't do anything yet other than sweep the board, but they have a bunch of cantrips in their hand, so probably going to have a bad time. Would I rather play Copter here? I think I'd rather play Copter here. Yeah, I'm going to do that. Yeah, I'm glad I shoved. I ended up cutting most of the Graveyard Hate, right? Yeah, I trimmed the Graveyard Hate that been feeling kind of medium. Stream Decker is still on Mentor. Thank you for the heads up. This game is probably a lost cause. You have to be subscribed to the stream to have access to the stream-only emotes. It's just how Twitch works. And Marsh Flats here. I think I'm just casting Collective Brutality. Just like shock you. Go. If they brick off for a while here, we could maybe have a shot, but statistically speaking, their deck just has so many cantrips and they have so much mana that they're going to run us out of the game. Yeah, the Stoneforge Mystic and Carney modes, we definitely gotten our mileage out of those around these parts. Which big scary thing is on top of your deck? The pause here is really bad. The pause probably means they have multiple big scary things. They're deciding which one to best violate us with. Ooh, that's exciting. Do you have a Ghost Quarter? Okay, there's the GQ. I wonder if they're going to go ahead and kill the Mutavault here proactively. Doesn't seem terrible. Their sequencing is kind of strange to me here. I feel like they should have cycled through the rest of these before firing off the Ghost Quarter. The new card clips are for my sanity more than anything. Like, I need to force the issue on this Oblivion Stone here, unfortunately. Can you read my thoughts on Assassin's Trophy here? My article from yesterday. So we'll go 5th land, fetch Godless Shrine, flashback Souls next turn, or this turn, and then, you know, if they break off for a while, you know, if their 48 card deck with 4 copies of Demonic Tutor never draws a threat, maybe we can win this. We've kind of masked what we're doing here. Probably the energy creature. What's the energy bob called with Menace? The completely reasonable unbeatable Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Yeah, Glint Sleeve Siphoner. That's what I would budget bob with in this deck. It's not even strictly worse because it's got Menace on it, which is nice. Alright, Brutality's pretty bad here. Unmaking's fine. Harvester is super slow. I don't think this is a Kambal matchup. Chicken Noodle Soup's a little bit too slow on the uptake. I guess maybe he's better than Lingering Souls. What do we think? Chicken Noodle Soup versus Lingering Souls? Anyone know? Souls is evasive, which is nice, and it accrues the chopper better. It is really good against their cantrips. Yeah, I think Fragmentize is too situational. I'm gonna bring in Kambal, see how that feels. Yeah, Kambal should be worth at least a 2-ball in most situations. I know that last game's a very good assessment, because, like, neither Kambal nor Lingering Souls was good last game. Maybe this Fragmentize is good. Just bring in 1. Taking O-Stone off the table is, like, not irrelevant. It's a shame that this deck can't play Stony Silence on the board, because we're playing Smuggler's Copter. It's definitely a card, like, I wish I had access to here. We can actually frag map on the draw, too. Actually gonna do this. Let's just bring in the frags and trim a path here. Drawing too many paths is probably really bad for us. Why is Fragmentize worse on the draw? Can anybody explain? On the draw, it still kills map. If any of these were a land, we could keep this. We just, like, need cards to play our spells. Seems very good. I'm gonna bottom that for now. I'm really not looking for a 3rd land at the moment. Not in the market for that one. You end up buying Warhammer booster boxes to build your collection, or did you grind it out online? I have a mix. I have like 30, like 20 to 30 packs, and then I bought some digital stuff as well. Classic bottom the card, draw the card. I have to kill this because we won't be able to do it after this turn. Feels bad to not be resource efficient that turn, but I think prioritizing killing the map is important here. Did I top that? I did top that. I definitely meant to bottom that. That was a misclick. Yeah, the chat log confirms that I topped it. So, getting punished for my mistake here. Kessel, thank you for the bits. I appreciate that. It's like little things like this that I wish Moto did better. Like, when this targets me to make me exile a card from my discard pile, if there's only 1 card in my discard pile, don't make me click on it. Just, like, get rid of the card, please. Need a mine here. It's true. If we bottomed it, we'd still draw it. Never not. Turn 3 Tron. Gonna be 2 shots at the Damping Sphere here. Which we also need a way to kill this Oblivion Stone now too. And this is like a really classic example of why cards like Damping Sphere tend to just like not be good enough in matches like this. They play 4 main deck ways to kill these things. And they have lots of ways to cantrip into them. Yeah, but like once I let the relic activation, I'm not saying don't let me respond to the relic activation. I'm saying once I've said yes, the relic activation resolves, then go ahead and do it automatically. Yeah, right, Diva? Or like when I cast an Eldrazi spell and I have floating Eldrazi mana from Eldrazi Temple and generic colorless mana, please use the Eldrazi mana first. And this is kind of exactly the style of deck that Tron beats up on. It's a, you know, a deck that kills on turns like 4 to 6. And that's just not quick enough against Tron. You need to have a linear turn 3 draw to be able to have a reasonable Tron matchup. No amount of interaction makes it workable. If your deck can't kill them by turn 3, you're gonna have a bad time against Tron. It's just part of the format. He's got a good selection of variety. Bob can hopefully draw us into more disruption. We've got a bunch of removal spell that's good against aggressive decks. If it looks like they're going to be playing a control deck, I might Brutality on 2 before we play Bob to try and clear the way for him. Well, these cards are certainly modern, legal chat. Those are definitely cards you are allowed to register. I think I take Breach here. And then next turn we'll go Mutavault, Bob, Path, the Pyromancer. Hopefully Bobby can find us some more disruption and take this Goryo's Vengeance away down the line. They have Through the Breach and Gristlebrand. They're a combo deck. There's probably Emrakul's in their deck too. They were the Mutavault also said they were 1 and 2 though. So I guess maybe they could just be playing a random pile of cards. They were kind enough to play a land that I didn't know about, so we know they saw this Bloodstained Mire here. That's one of the little things you want to pay attention to when your opponent's playing discard spells, is making note of which cards they've seen out of your hand and then prioritizing playing those lands first, especially. They also likely should have fetched before they cast the Seer of Vision, so now they're going to shuffle their Scries back into their deck. The SCG Con ticker is going to run until the first week of November. So a month out from the tournament. They still haven't played this Bloodstained Mire. Not that it matters, because they found Faithless Looting. No, I'm not a big fan of the Sofritas. This guac and cheese type guy. Guac is not extra. If you get a veggie bowl, thank you very much. But Jeff, you're not dead. Why are you conceding the game, Jeff? You could still win, Jeff. You're only sacrificing 7 permanents, Jeff. Don't concede the game. Keep playing Magic, Jeff. Nothing costs extra at Qdoba because nothing at Qdoba is worth paying for. Alright, good. Did we get those shots in there? I feel like it was important that we got those shots in there. Alright, I'm gonna get Fatal Push in my deck, I think, to kill their Pyromancers, then click Submit. When I do actually get a Chipotle on occasion, their quesadillas are great. I like their corn salsa a lot too. I get a cheese quesadilla with corn salsa in there as well. It's very, very good. Is this the last league? Yeah, this is gonna be my last league of the day, Hatterho. Leyline of Sanctity. Yep. Alright, well. We're hoping my 2 power gentlemen are able to get in there, because this is all we got. All we've got, chat. No, this is through the Breach Goryo Burgle. Unbiased taste test. Come on now. Some of them do, some of them don't, Lau. It's mixed. I have a hard cutoff of 3:30 because I have to get Jake off the bus. Is the thing. So I'm gonna be, I think tomorrow, Chrissy said she's gonna be able to be home to pull Jake off the bus, so I'll be doing a long stream again tomorrow on Friday, I believe. But today this will have to be the last league. As always, there's a ton of content on the YouTube channel. Days and days and days worth of content. Will I stream more AOS soon? It was great to watch. Yeah, I plan to for sure, Red Dolph. I actually want to make a how to play video before I stream again. And one of these days we might do a Magic into Champion stream at some point. Amused, Griffin. Thank you for re-upping that sub gift. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Remember, anybody that has a gifted sub on them in September, between now and the end of the month, you're going to be able to renew that for just $1. Jetta is a type of car. Opponent has had their cat knock their drink over apparently here. Yeah, so I was just talking about Amuse Griffin. Thank you for taking advantage of that. I assume something large and scary is going to come into play next turn. We'll limp our way off to the... My favorite car I've owned / driven. I don't really get fancy with cars. We've got a very dad car right now. We've got a 2015 or 2016. I think it's 2015 Nissan Rogue. It's just like, it's functional. It gets us from point A to point B. I drove a 2005 Pontiac Sunfire that was a stick shift during undergrad, and I loved that car. That car was... I like driving sticks. Believe it or not, I use Linux and I like driving stick, chat. I lost that argument, though, when it came to buying a new car, because Christy can't drive stick. Here in my car, I feel safest of all, 'cause I can lock all my doors, and it's the only way in cars. In cars. Stick shift is just, it keeps me focused on the road more. Because, like, you have to actually pay attention while you're driving more, basically. Confirmed likes to feel smart. See, Matt gets it. Are we just gonna, like, kill them by, like, attacking with 2 power creatures here? Is that, like, actually gonna happen? What's the single site you're buying more? Cool Stuff Inc., my sponsor. You can save 5% on your orders there with code Jeff5 and to see them. Manual is not the norm in the United States. Opponent is playing a Grixis Goryo's deck. It feels like they're about to like... Fatal Push was actually a great draw here, because it means that if they Goryo's Vengeance in a blocker, I get to Fatal Push the thing they block. Are you just dead? Well, that just happened. How do I get cards for a tournament? Beg, borrow, and steal. Surefire ways to get cards for tournaments. Beg, borrow, steal. Alright, I'm going to bring in the Anguished Unmaking and the Fragmentizes to push through these ley lines, potentially. Listen, you can definitely eat and drive stick at the same time, okay? I'm just saying, anybody who's competent can do that. So what do I want anything else here? Do I want these paths for the Gristlebrand? Are the Fatal Pushes too cute? So I've got pushes in my deck because they have Creeping Tar Pit and Young Pyromancer. Like, I'm playing the Open in Columbus release weekend, and Chris Van Meter, who's on my team, he's like, I just have everything, so just, like, send me a list of what you need. And I was like, God bless you. Can I be your legacy specialist and play Oopsell spells? I think we've got a legacy player. I think we're gonna be importing a Kent Ketter to play legacy for our team. Stand's okay. It just, like, doesn't have any discard in it, but, like, it's got a Fragmentize here, which is good. Hopefully they keep a bad hand on the back of Leyline again here, and this Fragmentize gets us. Found out earlier that it's been a month since I started gifting subs en masse. I don't want your numbers to randomly dip because of me. I figured that dip was coming, Marty. I'm realistic and understand you're gifting more. You're the best, Marty. Enjoy your new things, chat. Thoughtseize, Thoughtseize, Thoughtseize. Ew. Everybody can check called shot off your bingo cards. Thank you very much. Don't show me double vengeance. Don't show me double vengeance. Well, that is a handful of cards. That is those cards are certainly modern legal. I'm gonna take you through the breach. Never forget, chat. Magic's a tough game. Tough game, Magic the Gathering. Show me potato salad. Get him. Get him. So you gotta will the cards to the top of your deck, chat. The problem here is they're currently willing Goryo's Vengeance to the top of their deck, which could be problematic. Yeah, the 2 red on Anger are looking pretty medium here. I left them with the Anger because they only need 1 red source for this breach, but they need double for this. Which I'm sure we're going to get punished for it now that I took that percentage play, but I think it's correct to do. What are the bit badges after the CDs supposed to be? So there's the CD and the gold coin are Hoaglandia currency. And then at the 10K bit badges, the $100 bit badge, they're circulates for jewelry. And then at 1,000, they level up to crowns. Cantrips. Cantrippin'. So next turn's probably going to be Mutavault into Confidant. Find Goryo's Vengeance. No vengeance for Goryo. Do I have a theme for this? Yeah, everything's Hoaglandia. Everything's going to be Hoaglandia themed here eventually. It's a coin. Coins look like CDs. Listen, go ask like a 5-year-old what that looks like. They're not going to say CD because they don't know what CDs are, okay? Coins do have holes. Look at this. Coin with hole. Look at that. Literally piles of coins with holes in it. Don't you tell me what the Hoaglandia currency looks like. I invented it. Of course I know what it looks like. Oh, yeah. You fire up that creepy boy. You get it. Bring it. Come on. Come on. Ship it. Ship it. Playing the Copter out first doesn't increase my clock at all, so I think I'm supposed to play him out first. So like they're at 12, so like they're dead in 2 regardless. All right. Did you draw Emrakul? Oh, they pitched Spirit Guide. Gross. They're still dead next turn. Oh, they have Echoing Truth. They have Echoing Truth. So they're not dead next turn because they have Echoing Truth. Their hand is Echoing Truth, Griselbrand. So we're going to force them to pull the trigger on Echoing Truth, though. We'll go Pain Seer, get in the Copter, fire up the Mutavault. Should be studying for my cert, but I am here. Well, welcome back for the 4th month in a row. You can study for your cert while you're here. We're edutaining. Get to the chopper! To the chopper! Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Beep 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 do do do. Do 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 do. They gave me a loot. God bless. Yeah, Pain Seer with the vehicles has been surprisingly passable. I had low expectations and it's definitely exceeded them. No, Sulfur Falls is not acceptable. You should either play more basics or fetches or Shivan Reefs. You need your land on 1 to be untapped. Oh, definitely. On the nice days, Aaron, where I like have the window open too while I work. All right, sweet. We're 1-1. It's a good time. Well, we're waiting for the next match in this league to pop. I'd just like to thank everyone for hanging out here today. Welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time stream, meme, magic content producing machine, whatever you want to call it here on Twitch. I'm here 30 plus hours a week. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the people that keep me employed here full-time. I do this because I love it, but my subs are the people that keep me here day in and day out. Past subscribing to my channel, you can also support my stuff by checking out my very wonderful sponsors. MTGOtraders.com. I love to buy and sell some Magic Online cards with you. And if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. BCW Supplies would love to help you protect your very valuable gaming cards and accessories. They do deck boxes and sleeves and all sorts of other great stuff. You can save 10% on your orders at bcwsupplies.com with code Jeff10. Honey is a free browser add-on that when you install it using my link bit.ly/Google Honey, you'll be supporting my content here at absolutely no cost to yourself. What Honey does is when you're shopping online, it looks at stuff you've thrown in your shopping cart and then searches automatically for a coupon code to try and save you money on things you're going to be buying anyways. Finally, Lisa would like to get you on your way to a better night's sleep. Christy and I have been sleeping with Lisa for the last 3 months now, and we really love it. I don't think we'd ever go back to a traditional pillow top mattress. You can save $160 or more on your new mattress with them by checking out links bit.ly/ShugelBedUS and bit.ly/ShugelBedCA. Taking a little while to find our second match here in this league. We're currently 1-1 with Black-White Cars. Let's take a moment to plug my SCG con total down here. So that ticker, our dollar reduced for people that want to see me play at the SCG Invitational in December. That is a split standard and modern tournament. So assuming that ticker slides all the way up, which is looking like it will, we'll be accepting some standard donation deck lists on stream once everything rotates. We're not going to play with Kaladesh because that sounds miserable, but once Guilds drops. Thanks for consistently streaming during my workday. Thank you, Nada. I appreciate that. Thanks for the support. All unclaimed bits are heading into the SCG Con Fund until that slides all the way up. I appreciate the support. Yep, yeah, that's the purpose of my website. So my website, if you're ever wondering, how would Jeff Hoagland build this deck? You can always pull up my website and then take a look at what deck list is on there. Put this towards the costume fund at the end. Maybe. I might look for a gesture hat to go as the Jester of Hoaglandia in person. How much longer am I going to be advertising for them for? I think they said that they're going to leave it up for as long as I want. I have a special deal worked out with them, so probably for a good long while, Captain Obvious. Modern staple night market lookout here. Yeah, I do actually. This is a tutorial on how to get it running on Linux and OS X. Or it was at some point. Because the bot might be having an issue here. Issues. There we go. So again, one of the little things you want to do against the opponent's deck is you want to prioritize... You want... what's the word I'm searching for? You want to prioritize putting non-basics into play. So that way, you leave basics in your deck to fetch out with their Field of Runes and stuff like that. Well, that is a hand. That is certainly a hand full of... Huh. So, well, this is gonna get them. This is gonna get them a red source here, chat. Do I want to take the Helix or the Knot? I kind of think I want to take the Logic Knot, right? Use Path to counter the field. God, that's absurd. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Logic Knot. Path to counter the field is an absurd line. That is an A+ line. God bless you, Twitch chat, and the competitive advantage you provide. Let's get a screenshot of this one and tweet it out, because that's a sick line. Well, I mean, even if they top deck a red source here, like, I still got an extra damage with this attack this way, right? Alright, Collective Brutality's not bad. So they got the Helix off here, which means they have Bolt and stuff left over. I think I'm just playing Harvester here, right? It's probably the most aggressive line. Souls is very good against their hand. Yeah, they don't even have the option double bolted at the moment. Super true. So they have one card we don't know here. They could have ripped a Logic Knot. Looks like they did. This is a good pickup since they ripped Logic Knot. Just gonna get my health ASAP. There's no reason to wait here. It's like cashing in while they're getting as good. They're down to 9 already. This card is very difficult for them to interact with. Hey, my lovely wife said that she can give me enough time to play another league after this, so we'll get at least a third one here today. So what's actually up next? What is after this one in the queue? We have so Shadowborn Memes is being saved for Monday. 5-color mid-range, it looks like. It's like 5-color mid-range. Maybe we'll do 5-color mid-range and scales. Get to the chopper! To the chopper! I'm like, if they have path here, like, they want to path the Harvester, but, like, they also, like, kind of need to path the Bloodsoaked Champion. And, like, if they Doomblade the Bloodsoaked Champion here, I just get to bring it back. Deal. 90-person PPTQ. Gosh, that's huge. Congrats. I'm glad you've been enjoying it. That's really sweet. Been enjoying that one a lot myself. Alright, so this turn is probably escalate the brutality, right? Like, take their bolt, drain them. Have my Bezo Bucks, silent spell. Thank you for the support. I appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. Your move, Yugi boy. This is all we got. Bloop, bloop. Run him over. Run him over, chat. Just get him. Drew a path to exile. That's rude. Why didn't I duress last turn? Because I didn't have anything I wanted to discard in my hand. Rhino Who, thank you for the 3-month resub. Oh, I remember why I didn't duress the previous turn. The previous turn I didn't duress because I didn't want them to bolt my 2-1 at end of turn. Because if they bolted my 2-1 at end of turn while I had 2 mana, Raid was still active and I could have immediately brought it back. That was the line of thinking. This is a Path to Exile out matchup. This is a Bitterblossom Thoughtseize in matchup. Do I want to keep Aethersphere Harvester against Jeskai? I kind of feel like I do, right? Harvester, like, buffering my health total is kind of important. Like, Harvester also is just, like, a threat that doesn't die to Bolt, especially paired with, like, Bitterblossom. So what are my cuts here? I need to trim 2 things. I think you just hope to kill them before that. I don't know. Cut Bobs against the control deck. And trim the brutalities. I don't think you want to cut your card advantage in this matchup. I think that's incorrect. Yeah. Like, God, sometimes I feel like I get dumber reading things on Reddit. There was an entire thread with a bunch of upvotes where some person was talking about how Liliana the Veil isn't good against Celestial Colonnade decks, and I was just like, what am I reading and why am I still reading it? Liliana isn't good against Celestial Colonnade decks. Like, okay, sure. Sure. You do you. It's a decent pickup. Yeah, if you're cutting Bob against control decks, you need to ask yourself, why have I registered this magic card? Completely agree with that assessment. Billy! And like now if they want to kill my Smuggler's Copter here without letting me loot, I get 2 triggers off of this Kambal. So this Kambal will deal at least 4, which is sweet for us. What? Sure. Alright, so he's gonna get in 6 licks here. That seems really good for us. We're gonna like snap Helix here. Do I fire up the other Copter here? Oh, I should have attacked and just clicked through it. I think I play the other Copter here. Like, makes the Lingering Souls really, really good. They also, like, know they have Snapcaster and a Helix. Because I know my opponent has Snapcaster Mage, so if I attack with the Mutavault, my opponent's going to play Snapcaster Mage and then Snap Helix my Kambal, and then trade the Snapcaster Mage with my Mutavault. And I'd really rather not trade the Mutavault for a Snapcaster Mage, because it can crew my cards, which don't trade with Snapcaster Mage. Alright, so Kambal dealt 6, gained 6 there. So he's basically like a wash with this double Helix, right? We know my opponent has one more Helix in their hand. Heal. Beep, beep. Beep, beep. Is that a good one, chat? How do we feel about that one? What do you think? What do you think? I missed a donation. I did. Thank you. Sorry. For Green Eldrazi and the good work. Thank you, Craig Omega. Sorry I missed your push there. Thank you for the support. Logic not for 2, sure. Get to the chopper! To the chopper! This pauses the blade. This deck kind of feels like it eats up these value decks. Like, this deck just grinds so well. Yeah, he's dead, Jim. This next one's gonna attack, though. Is that cool? Bobby! Deal. So we don't know any of the cards in their hand at this point. Play another piece of card advantage that you have to answer. Have it fire up my piece of card selection that you already were having a difficult time answering. Do you kill the Bob? Do you kill the Smuggler's Copter? One of these things always draws an extra card. The other one provides lots of card selection. If their last 2 cards are both Doomblades, we're kind of at parity, but I have a Mutavault. I've been scanning and receiving at work for the past 3 hours. The program just crashed and lost everything I did. I'm pretty sure WotC developed this software. Oh, Wraith. Hope your day gets better. Woo! Another Dark Confidant! Yay! Bobby! We did it. We did it. Do 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 do. Alright, Mutavault. Get to the chopper. This deck is very, very grindy. And, like, they've only drawn 4 lands in 17 cards. So, like, they've had a lot of gas this game, and we're just, like, firmly keeping up with them. Just from all the card selection we've been able to provide. Right, play this deck at a paper event. Maybe. I think it's reasonable. I think it has tools. I think if you like this deck, it has the tools to be competitive. I don't know that it's, like, as good as something like, say, Green Black Rock. Goyf's a heck of a Magic card. Tasigur. Tasigar's really bad with Dark Confidant. We have 8 of those. Is this deck better than Death and Taxes? To set the bar absurdly low, this deck is probably better than Death and Taxes. At least we're averaging a spell every other card here. Ooh. Ooh, modern staple night market lookout. The Mutavaults have been an A+ addition to this deck. Yeah, you cracked that fetch land, big boy. Night market lookout's coming for you. Oh, I should have recruit immediately. Yeah. Yeah, I definitely should have recruit immediately, because if they have a sweeper now, I miss a point of damage. Yep. Wow. Okay. Wonderful to see them kill Mutavault now. If they kill Mutavault and have a Bolt or a Path here, they could potentially be in this game. Definitely getting close here. What if we just only put Dark Confidants in our deck, chat? What if there was just, like, nothing but Dark Confidants as far as the eye could see? Are you on board for that? I feel like I'm on board for that. Alright, they're down to 5. That's the Terminus. I think that's going to be too much. We really needed to have, like, a Bitterblossom or something earlier to be able to grind through all this. It's going to be all she wrote. We're up a game. So let's take game 3 on the play here. I don't know. Like, Terminus is one of the best things about blue-white control, so, like, putting that powerful thing into Jeskai control seems good. If you're registering Celestial Colonnade, Terminus is one of the better things you can be doing in your deck. Asylum Visitor isn't quite a Dark Confidant effect. The fact that your like hand has to be empty is a big deal for that one. Opponent just like racking their brain, trying to figure out how they're supposed to board here. The deck just like, you need black mana to like cast all of your spells consistently early, and tap lands are pretty bad in aggressive decks. And the upside that the black-white creature land offers really isn't useful to an aggressive deck either. Like, Shambling Vent doesn't produce a large damage output because it heals you, but healing you is not what you're looking for. We did not. They went Teferi and Determinus into Jace. So Dark Confidant hails from an era when Magic had an invitational tournament where if you won that invitational tournament, you got to help design a Magic card. And Dark Confidant is a card that was designed by a player named Bob Maher. Snapcaster Mage is a card from the old invitational tournament. Shadow Mage Infiltrator, Meddling Mage, bunch of sweet ones. They did not show us a lot of ways to interact with Bitterblossom, and last game was pretty long. So they don't have like a spell snare here. This Blossom could like punch the clock and go to work. Yeah, I believe Snapcaster Mage was the last one. Yeah, Sad Robot. Solemn Simulacrum. Yeah, and the OG artwork for all those cards uses the player's likeness. Steve is not. Steve is... All the ones that are from that invitational tournament, they're depicted as humans in their artwork, if you look. Why would we consider Bitterblossom Matt Maxon? Just again, always the same question. What are you fixing? What does it add? Why is it worth the inclusion? What problem is it solving by adding it to my deck? Those are the questions you want to ask yourselves when you bring something up like that. Steve is pretty ugly. Oh, is Safekeeper an elf? It is, isn't it? No, Sylvan Safekeeper is a human wizard. Sylvan Safekeeper is a human wizard. Yeah, you can link them to any of the warrior. Links are enabled in chat. Relevant magic-related links are always welcome. Unlike other Twitch channels who don't think they have the ability to moderate links, we have the ability to moderate links here because we're adults who know how to use the moderation function Twitch provides. Bob's a great draw here. Bob's gonna let me go Collective Brutality, discard mode plus drain you into Dark Confidant. It's like clean the way out a little bit here. It's also very possible they just want to like, yeah, start killing Lightning Helix. You are Bitterblossom token. Things that are winning for us. Yeah, Avalanche Riders is Darwin Castle, right? Well, I mean, I get to spot check for a sweeper here. Like, Bob only has to draw one card to be a worthwhile inclusion. A worthwhile stick. They draw Spell Snare. They, like, have a path. Deal. So, like, they're picking off my things one at a time here. So, it, like, says, like, they don't have a sweeper, right? Snapcaster Mage and nothing. All right, so the fact that they have Snapcaster Mage, I think means I'm just going to flash back these tokens and encourage them to, like, snap kill one of these tokens to not die under the weight of them. Are you ready? Pain Seer's ready. I guess I just pass here, right? Like, really no reason to play anything out. Just like, please answer my things in play. No, there's really not a reason to play the land out. We have Collective Brutalities and Looter Scooters in my deck, so I might want to filter through that at some point. They're emptying their hand for Reveler. Yep. Oh, that's really bad for me. Is this a Teferi? Or an Angel? Teferi, sure. Definitely have to attack down Teferi here. Force them to kind of direct some of the removal away from my flying creatures here. Like, draw fire with Dark Confidant so we can finish off this Teferi. No, I think I just stick Bob. I don't want to commit everything to the board. They can hard cast Terminus here if they want to. They draw it. So they're gonna have Colonnade up next turn to block. No, you can't control what tokens you want on Moto. But I don't think those matches are problems, Matt Maxon. So, like, and that's why I always ask, like, what problem are you solving by inclusions like that? Because, like, you are making changes to solve problems that the deck doesn't have. Nissa is a similar slot. Oh, they drew Cryptic Command. Gross. Nissa is a similar slot to what Bitterblossom would be doing, but Duress is very different. Duress is a card that comes in against Burn. Duress is a card that comes in against combo decks. Alright, I think we're at the point where we're just dead to right, so let's just throw our cards in on the table and hope it shakes out. Yesterday went kind of medium. Is this Jace setting up a Terminus here? The noose is closing around our neck here. I don't think it's ambitious to play a 5 converted mana cost card at all. Your deck has 25 lands in it, and you're regularly, in the matches where you're bringing in Nissa, you're regularly making double-digit land drops. Nissa in the green-black deck is basically its version of Stormbreath Dragon. She's a 5/5 with haste. That also can generate card advantage when she needs to generate card advantage. Bitterblossom's really good on turn 2, obviously, but it's a really miserable top deck in the late game. The long pause there makes me hope that they maybe have Stone Nothing, but it's probably optimistic to hope for. Alright, Cryptic me, baby. The Delve card? Are we logic nodding here? Is a Snapcaster up to terminus my board so I can concede? It's Jacob that gets off the bus, and I'm on cornfield time, so I'm an hour behind you. And Christy's grabbing him today, so we're gonna be able to run a little bit late successfully. This is like the most annoying part of Magic Online. I really hope they don't have Terminus on top of their deck. Like, if this is all just like this tank for like the play that's gonna let me concede, just like taking forever, is so annoying. And I'm just gonna pick whatever's at the top of the queue, Python. I think it's there's a 5-color mid-range deck that has the most points at the moment. They're not gonna time out. They have 7 minutes. This is game 3. That's the worst part. Magic Online. Ooh, they're pathing me. Gosh, well, that's good. I mean, if they terminus me here, the game is over. They're not going to die to clock with 7 minutes left. That's not how Magic works. As someone who's played a lot of Magic Online, my opponent is not anywhere close to timing out. This a land you're going to show me? Okay. Huh. Do I want to kill Jace or do I want to kill Teferi? I think I want to kill Jace, right? I mean, setting up Terminus really isn't a thing because they have plenty of mana. So like this gives them more looks at it though. So the setup really isn't the reason why. You want to be apprehensive about that. We want to wait a hot second because they're going to be able to get more looks that way. Come on, opponent. Please. Okay, I guess we'll import this 5-color deck here. Bikes! Let's bump Black Red mid-range up to tomorrow and see if Dog Mom can finally be stopped. Thank you for the support, Bikes. Would you prefer it happens tomorrow, or would you like it to happen now? I'm pretty sure that puts you above 5-color mid-range. I'm down for either. So, that will definitely get you into tomorrow, but I'd be happy to do it next. 10 out of 10. I didn't have a long schedule set, so... Oh my god. Wow, I wasn't paying attention. I'm done. They were taking so long, and we were doing other things because they were taking so long that I punted. They didn't actually flash back the thing with Snapcaster Mage. They hadn't actually flashed it back with Snapcaster Mage, so I needed to send 4 into the Jace to kill it. So the way I split them, because they hadn't flashed back the path yet, they were going to keep both their Planeswalkers. It's pretty unfortunate. Why are there only 2 basic forests in the green-black rock deck? Count the colored sources, Pythrion, is basically my answer. Count the colored sources. You need black mana in that deck, and you have to fit in colorless land somewhere. And I think Treetop Village is the best creature land in the deck. Alright, well, Pain Seer is not particularly good here, but Collective Brutality is very good, so we've got that going for us. I get to fetch this first. Someone, thanks for checking out, honey. Yeah, sorry about the slops there. They were taking so long that I was trying to talk about other things to fill the time that I had, like, completely forgotten what their Snapcaster Mage had done by the time they came back. Just like things that happen on Magic Online that never happen in paper. It's a lot of lightning bolts you got there, opponent. A lot of lightning bolts. They have had really nice poker hands today, haven't they? These 3 and 4 of a kind lightning bolt ones popping up. Grimboy's pretty scary here. Mows down a lot of our things. So Spike, Bolt, and then one card I don't know. Howdy, Bardic. Oh, that's really unfortunate. Guess I'm leaving Smuggler's Copter back to try and block. Blood Crypt is interesting. That's why I said try and block another MTG player. You should. My words, I usually try to pick my words carefully because my words have meaning. I don't really have another line here. It's like do this and force them to use their bolt basically. Weird that they didn't attack with the idol on here. I assume they're bolting this when I crew it. Yeah, strange. Feels like they missed 2 points of damage here. Yeah, you should play straight green-black, Luca. The consistency is a big deal, and the main deck Field of Runes are also a big deal. As well as Damping Spheres that you get to play out of the sideboard. It all adds up to being very, very good. Aethersphere Harvester is a card that can help us steal this game here. Just a casual gain 6. It also locks their board down nicely, which is great. That happens, though. That definitely happens. So I'm taking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I'm dead. All right. Good chat. Good chat. I know they have Lava Spike in their hand. So basically, Pikes, the TLDR on that is Nettle Sentinel is a card that makes your nut draws better, but your nut draws are like already good, so you don't need to maximize them. Whereas, what's it called? The other mana dorks, they're cards that make your deck more consistent. They allow you to do what you want to do more consistently every game, because the games you don't have mana dorks, you tend to struggle. Elves of Deep Shadow, yep. Yep. So, like, when Nettle Sentinel is good, it's great, but, like, the Elves of Deep Shadow just, like, makes your entire deck more consistent, because you just, like, want to dork on one every game you play. Hey, Nick, if you're watching now, I'm going to add that to the donation queue right at the moment. I completely forgot about that one. Give it a couple extra points because I'm an idiot. The bad weather from the cornfields. We're pretty insulated, I believe. At least I haven't heard anything. Gosh, these would be excellent Hearthstone hands. Unfortunately, this is Magic the Gathering, and I need lands to play a game. Yeah, the list on my site plays the new 2-mana Lord as well. I think it's very reasonable. Yeah, I think that's worth keeping. Yeah, exactly, Pikes. Stop being cute. Find, what are the good cards? All right, let's play all of those. I think I'm just full boating this. I'm just like hoping to draw a land next turn. Speaking of hoping to draw a land, I guess I'll take Searing Blaze. We're playing Black-Red Midrange next Bardic. We already played Abzan Mentor. That was the first deck of the day. Actually ended up being really sweet. It felt really cohesive and consistent. Alright, they didn't draw a land, but they drew Taylor. It's pretty reasonable for them. Collective Brutality. I guess I'm just killing this, huh? She's gonna deal a lot of damage to me otherwise. Yeah, Slacker. All the decks on my site, that's basically the purpose of the site. The purpose of the site is so you never have to wonder, like, is this deck up to date? As sets release and new cards slot into things, I'll be updating the site. So basically, after guilds release or after we get a full spoiler and everything's up on Stream Decker, I will be combing through all the decks on the site to slot in cards that seem like easy upgrades. This is my no fear Dark Confidant opponent. And by that, I mean he's going to block this Goblin Guide. He's going to block the crap out of this Goblin Guide. Yeah, he is. Yeah, he is. You get in there, Bobby. Woo! That's a tasty one. All right, I think we've got this one unlocked. Just like mull to 5, casually mull, burn, NBD. Hold on to that land for now. Yeah. Yeah, my site, the goal of my site is to do something that's like not really done anywhere in Magic. Those pages are intended to be living documents. They're not just like posting a top 8 deck list from a tournament and then forgetting about it so that it's no longer a relevant resource. The goal is to have that site be a go-to resource for people that are looking for modern resources. I agree, Pikes. I agree with that assessment. Are we done here? Why are we still playing Magic, opponent? Yeah, I agree, Pikes. I agree with all of that. Alright, so the game 3 here on the draw. So we mulliganed low, but they stumbled. So that was nice. They also kept a greedy hand. Listen, I would say someone at Wizards knew what they were doing when they named that card Ass Trophy, but I'm gonna, like, the company that, like, had to day zero errata multiple cards in the past few sets, and, like, they probably didn't. Kevin from Up 4, thanks for shipping that Twitch Prime this way this month. I appreciate that. Thanks for keeping me employed here. Small indie company. Yep. Yep, small indie company. I'll figure it all out eventually. This hand seems okay. Night Market Lookout actually gains us health, which is great. We have a Path to Exile for cheap interaction. We've got a good strong curve after it. The Bloodsoaked Champion's actually a good draw here, because it's going to let me path this on 1 and then go Night Market Lookout and Bloodsoaked on 2. The formal name of the job that I work here is Clown Cam Girl Mashup. Gosh, this Collective Brutality is about to be absurd. Wiggin, thank you for the 3-month resub there. I appreciate that. Welcome back. So we get to full boat this, discarding Bloodsoaked and Bloodghast. Yeah, that seems really good. Guess I take both here, right? So in Cube, you can deep anal into Ash Trophy. It's funny because it's true. So I'm going to play the fetch land here as opposed to the Mutavault, because the fetch land means if my opponent wants to Rakdos Charm my graveyard here, they can't get my Bloodghast. Am I planning on being on Columbus Friday night? Yeah, actually. I think the plan is to leave sometime Friday afternoon or morning. And, like, we're at 19 here, and they probably need to bolt this Night Market Lookout, so they should be pretty far gone. Yeah, all the time, Pipped Up Monk. I love meeting people at tournaments. How's the burn matchup for Elves? Very reasonable. Your linear draw is a little bit more consistently fast than their linear draws. I do have to be careful because Rakdos Charm can deal damage to me equal to the number of creatures I control. So, like, this is basically going to be a Boros Charm this game, probably. Oh, that's a good catch, Larry. I'll make a note to fix that. Or they're going to try and exile my graveyard here and then fail to exile the card they actually want to get rid of. Deal. So I'm gonna tweet a picture with both these cards. What's something clever we can put here? I am a mature and reasonable adult, and you as another mature and reasonable adult can read these names next to each other and take them to mean what you will. What's the hashtag for this set? Is it GRN? I feel like GRN is the one, right? GRN. I am a mature and reasonable adult, and you, as another mature and reasonable adult, can read these names next to each other and take them to mean what you will. April will see it. April interacts with my timeline a lot, and vice versa. All right, so we're at 16, and they have 2 cards in hand and are dead in 2 turns. So I think it's probably pretty safe to say we're winning this one. Can't block. Alright, no fear. Put my Pain Seer into play. Well, you basically watched the tweet be composed in real time. Like you're a part of Twitter history. The map represents the location of the plot of land that you own as a member of the great nation of Hoaglandia. Yep. So they have to kill something here. They're going to 2. What are the odds a team top 8 with every player having trophy in their deck? Non-zero, actually, I think. I feel like there's a non-zero chance that could happen. All right, we're 2-2. Let's see if we can battle back to being a real modern deck and claim our 3-2. Can only land-owning citizens in Hoaglandia vote. Every citizen in Hoaglandia can vote. In fact, the little discs next to your name, those are your voting rights. That shows how much you've exercised your right to vote here in Hoaglandia. Hoaglandia works on the great founding principles of America. With enough money, you can make anything happen with your vote. It's important to know, chat. It's important to know. It's important to know how this great nation works. Just like in real America. Can I owe favors to Russian bloc that will pay my vote? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I don't care where the money comes from, just so long as it trickles into my bank account. We don't limit ourselves to just PayPal around these parts, slacker. This mighty nation was forged on bits and PayPal. It was not just on PayPal alone that this mighty nation was forged. Alright, so we get to seize their thoughts here. Looks like they're on the mediocre creature beatdown plan. I think I want to just take Dustwatch Recruiter here. They drew Devoted Druid. What a tilt. So I assume that means they're going to draw a Court of Calling or Eternal Witness next turn and then combo us. I wish Devoted Druid decks were more functional on Magic Online. The fact that they're so clunky and awkward to click through means they're not as well represented. We got Smuggler's Copter and then the 3/5, whatever. Aethersphere Harvester. Aethersphere Harvester. Looter, Scooter, and the Lifeboat. I like the Lifeboat. So they have Quasly Pride Mage as the last card in their hand here. So remember, while my opponent currently has infinite green mana, their combo is effectively a 3-card combo. Alright, so Bob, find me some of the great Doom Blades that this nation was built on. They have arbitrarily large amounts of mana. Hey, there's one of the many Doom Blades that this great nation was built on top of, chat. Whoa, 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 Great Germ. X-Mage is software that was written entirely by volunteers in their spare time. There's no way a company that's making multi-million dollars off their software application could ever hope to compete with the features that X-Mage is putting together, okay? I'm gonna need you to just hold up over there. Set some realistic expectations. Somebody, Watsy, you have to nerf the open source, Watsy. Nerf the open source. The open sorcerers are taking over modern. They've got loops. They've got loops upon loops, chat. God bless you, Path to Exile. God bless you. Alright, Night Market, look out. Get to the chopper! To the chopper! Because I cast the Copter last turn cycle. So it couldn't attack. I chose not to attack because it was summoning sick. Is it dead, Jim? Oh, it lives! It lives! Am I supposed to just get rid of this now? I'm probably supposed to just get rid of this now, right? Uranus is pretty annoying. Yeah, I path the Druid, Bob's been drawing us like a steady stream of Doomblades. I think if they attack with the 4/4 Pride Mage here, I'm gonna throw away a Dark Confidant. I don't think I want to trade both for him, but I think like throwing one away seems fine. What are we calling up here? You just don't want cards that are that individually weak Zoptic. I think one of the big things people do to make decks like this unplayable when they're trying to build them is just like include too many individual. Sorry. Sorry, I needed a moment there. I needed a second. I guess these Bobs already drew us some cards. You know what? You know what? You want these Bobs dead. You want these Bobs dead. You're going to have to get off your posterior and kill them yourself, opponent. These Bobs were not made for blocking. They were made for drawing Doomblades. Doomblades exactly like that. Bring on the Doomblades, chat. Bring on the Doomblades. I'd like to dedicate this one to all the haters. All the haters out there who thought Bobby could be better than he was. Let's crew these smugglers copters. Let's get to the chopper. All right, let's do it. Oh no, that one's summoning sick. Oh no, I just played it, chat. I just played it. It's so summoning sick. Why is it so sick? I might have punted, chat. I've made a terrible mistake. Chat, I've made a terrible mistake. Thankfully, we drew Bloodghast, which gets us out of our mistake, so that's nice. That's nice. It's nice when there's a bailout. I do enjoy me a good clean bailout. This is not the first time I've crewed a summoning sick Copter. It probably won't be the last. What if we Doombladed your thing and drained you for 2? I'm actually dead on board. I'm going to make sure they see it. Yep. Well, the Smuggler's Copter can block, but I'm still dead on board. We were so close. We flew too close to the sun with the Bobs, chat. Flew too close to the sun. So the Copter can block, but they get to attack with this and then use Quasi Pride Mage to shoot the Smuggler's Copter before it can block. So we are dead on board, but it's not like a simple line, so I'm going to make sure they see it. Blue-red Tempo's Infect matchup is, I would use the words unlosable to describe it. Yep. Yeah, looks like they've correctly identified the line. So good heads up play by the opponent, not only seeing this, but also recognizing that they didn't want to kill Dark Confidant, but they instead wanted to shoot me for 2 last turn. Here's a great way to know if blue-red Tempo has a good matchup against something. If a deck is terrified of seeing the cards Grim Lavamancer and is it Staticaster, you can assume that it's got the 12 Lightning Bolt deck then has a great matchup against it. Do I want Thoughtseize here? Maybe I don't. I got 10 Doomblades. Yeah, I'm gonna leave the Aethersphere Harvester in and cut these Thoughtseizes. I feel like a lot of these games are probably gonna come down to chip shots like we had last game, and Aethersphere Harvester is very good in chip shot style games of Magic. It's very, very reasonable. Just like an okay mediocre beatdown hand. Grabbing Bloodsoaked Champion here. Yeah, Soulscar Mage is a great addition to all those matchups as well. That was a big part of why I went 13-0 in the Swiss at Indy. While I played a couple of decks that had like Thought-Knot Seers or like Tron pieces in them, I mostly played against decks that could just never beat Grim Lavamancer and Staticaster, so I just like mowed through the field. It's really kind of obnoxious. Blue-red tempo wins the mirror 100% of the time. It's really brutal. I feel like WotC should consider banning something it wins the mirror so often. I am thoroughly smitten, opponent. Thought your 4-4 was gonna get to bully my 2-1s, eh? Rude. There's no room for bullies around these parts, okay? This is a 2-1 game. This is a game of Magic the Gathering where the 2-1s reign supreme. Oh no. Oh no. There's so many grizzly bears, chat. I don't know how to cope. Somebody help me cope with the grizzly bears. There's too many. Yeah, you do. You take that hit. Just get him. Uh-oh. 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 Oh no. Oh no. Can I draw a third Doomblade? Nope. I think we're dead, chat. If only we had a car for this night market lookout to hop on into. If only we had a car. Am I dead yet? Game's opponent. I always look back at games like that and like, did I miss a point of damage somewhere? Was I inefficient at some point? I think Pathing the Voice was right. They didn't have the Devoted Druid at the time. Or they didn't have the payoff yet, one of the two. And like, if I didn't path the Voice, they were gonna get 2 blockers. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, we played this deck enough at this point that I don't really know if I have good feedback on what to change. The Collective Brutality Thoughtseize split felt better than Inquisition's mixed in. Inquisition been pretty lackluster. Yeah. I think this is just about, I think Tron's just a rancid matchup. Like, why do I hold path for payoff? So like, by holding the path for the payoff, I'm going to give them infinitely more turns because that Voice is going to block, and then it's going to make a 3+ power thing that's going to block infinitely. That's just, you know? Again, if you play scared, you're going to lose more games playing scared like that in the long run. If you give the combo deck infinite time to continue reassembling its combo, it's going to do that. It's going to keep reassembling its combo, and it's going to dumpster you because of it. Like, just because, like, we take the aggressive line that I took and we lose doesn't mean that it's wrong. It's a tough point to assess for sure, though.